Welcome back to MSU Inside Out. We are now on to episode 4. I am one of your co-hosts, Clementich. Unfortunately, my partner, Caden Cardoso, cannot be with us today for precautionary reasons. But today we are joined by our live shot interviewer, who will be co-hosting, filling in, Phillip Green. How are you feeling today?
You know, I'm excited to fill in for Caden Cardoso. I think it's going to be a fun experience. We got a great show today. We got some fun interviews. We're going to get to know a lot of interesting people here on campus.
Oh yeah, for sure. And there's a Minot State Jazz Festival coming up with the Minot State Jazz Ensemble. They're getting set to perform their annual fall concert this Friday. Should be a lot of fun. To tell us a bit more on that, we are joined by Noe Garcia, who is with lead trombonist Michael Harrison.
Minot State's Jazz Ensemble is all set for their annual fall concert tomorrow. Today, I'm joined by lead trombonist Michael Harrison. Hey, Mike, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Awesome. Well, why don't you tell me a little bit more about what's going on tomorrow?
Yeah, so typically, it's kind of the typical jazz mix of music. What's kind of cool about this concert is typically we would do what's called big band music, which is like, all those movies like in the 20s, all the big bands going on with rows of trombones and other instruments playing charts and stuff. And it's kind of a change this year, just with regulations and stuff going on. We changed to combo music, which is, it's like you take a song head and you play around with it and you make it into something. So it's a neat combination of stuff going on, music-wise.
Awesome. That's really interesting. That's what I was about to ask you, actually, since I know COVID has really affected everyone in their day-to-day lives, and I know from athletics personally that we've changed how we had to do group meetings and how we've done practices and stuff. How has that affected the ensemble getting ready for this concert?
Yeah, so first off, we definitely have to say spread apart while we're practicing. And actually, because our instruments, it's like breathing, but we're blowing through our instruments. So we actually have to let the room, we have to take a break halfway through rehearsal, actually let the room sit for a minute. And it's been interesting. We've had people, like we have a couple people quarantined right now, and it's interesting. It's new, and all the ensembles that we have are dealing kind of with the same thing, of people just being out because they have to, and rehearsals having less than everyone there. So it's been harder, but like we've had more opportunities to do different things.
Okay.
And so in jazz band, we're learning more. Typically, in past we would play, and we would just read the charts, play through, do solo stuff. And this time around, we're learning the inner mechanics of how does this music work? How do you actually solo over chord changes? How do you actually write? Which the cool thing about that is we have 3 new compositions being performed at this based off of already given forms.
Gotcha. Awesome. And so, how would someone get involved in Minot State's jazz band? Someone that is new to the university.
Yeah, we have the first stuff. You sign up for the class, and you can always also email our professor, Mr. Young, or the department chair. And those are multiple ways to do it, and pretty much just look around on the music division part of the website, and just see, just have a conversation with one of the professors, and they can point you the right way and tell you what would be beneficial.
Awesome, man. Well, I think that's all we have time for today. Well, everyone back at home, make sure you go check out the concert tomorrow at 7:30 at Minot State's and Nicole Hall. Awesome. Thank you. Kick back to the studio.
Thank you, Noe and Michael. We're definitely looking forward to seeing what the Minot State Jazz Ensemble has to offer for us. For this student athlete, he was a big-time slugger for Beavers baseball in his playing days, and his hard work paid off when he became the new record holder for home runs in Minot State baseball history. Nowadays, you will find him working as a volunteer coach and inside the hockey rink. Joining us in the studio is MSU baseball alum and current MSU women's hockey employee, Sal Rodriguez. Sal, thank you for making the time to talk to us today. What is life like for you nowadays working with both baseball and hockey teams?
It keeps me a little busy, that's for sure, but I love sports, and that's something that I've taken with me from my time as an athlete and student athlete here to now that I'm retired, if we will. Just keeping my life interesting with sports.
Yeah, what made you decide to stay with MSU after your playing days?
Well, when I was in my final semester as a business student, I got offered the opportunity to interview as an admission counselor here at Minot State, and so I interviewed for that job, ended up getting the position before I graduated, which was nice. And so having a job in place with some kind of money was a reason to stay here in Minot. And then, of course, I love the individuals I met and the opportunities I have working in sports here, so it made sense for me.
Yeah, awesome. Very fortunate. And during your 4-year athletic career, or however long you played, you were part of the team when head coach Scott Ewell came to MSU and the baseball team just blossomed there. What was that experience like?
Well, you know, my first year we weren't really a great baseball team. There's 15 teams in our conference, and we finished 14 out of 15 teams. And I was fortunate enough to be a part of a team that, you know, had a lot of fun but didn't really win games, and to a team that ended up winning a regular season championship. And I think there was a lot of things that I learned on both sides of that coin, and it really just made my college experience that much better.
Yeah, you certainly saw lots of success too. And tell us the feeling of owning that home run record now.
It means a lot. It means that I was able to come and take care of a goal that I had set when I was younger and play college baseball, but ultimately it let me get a college education, and it led me to a career now. And so I'm happy that I was able to accomplish a little something on the field to go along with the academic side of things, but it does mean a lot.
Moving on to hockey, home openers next Saturday for the men's team, and then on October 31st for the women's. An exciting one. Talk about, you know, the preparation going into the new hockey seasons.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of excitement. We're looking forward to having hockey back, or sports for the university back again, and it's going to be a good one. So I know head coach Ryan Miner's been working really hard to put together a really competitive team on the ice like he has the past few years, and we just want to put a good product out for everyone that's going to come and watch, so we're looking forward to it.
They have certainly been very successful lately, and providing some good work inside MSU Athletics is Sal Rodriguez. Well, Sal, we're just out of time. We thank you for joining us in the studios today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
That was Sal Rodriguez, Beaver baseball alum and current MSU women's hockey employee. Emily Norman, our news anchor, is back from vacation from Las Vegas, Nevada in her hometown. Emily, what do you have the latest in news for us?
Yeah, it was good to be home, but I'm excited to be back on the show this week again. I just have a weekly COVID update for you guys. So there are 8 active cases and 216 recovered cases. 69 individuals are currently being monitored, and Minot State is at a risk level of 3 out of 5. On Tuesday, we received news that 1 student and 1 employee tested positive. There is testing Friday from 9 to 11. Remember to pre-register before arriving. For any questions about positive cases or close contact cases, please email Deb Hammond or Kevin Harmon. Stay safe by washing your hands and social distancing. Kickstart your wellness. The Wellness Center is open, but with limited services. The hours include Monday through Saturday from 10 to 6 and Sunday from 12 to 8. For questions or concerns, call the Wellness Center front desk or email Paul Brecky. The virtual International Peace Garden Conference is tomorrow. The conference is in conjunction with the online political science program at Brandon University. Students will be able to discuss democracy and political engagement with students from Minot State University. There is not an official start time, but plan for the conference to take up a majority of your day. Students and presenters attending will be given the Zoom code before the conference begins. For more information, contact John McCollum. MSU Life is hosting a virtual escape room tonight from 6 to 8. Groups of up to 10 people need to sign up on MSU Life's website at 5:30. Anyone is welcome, and the theme of the escape room is detective work for a crime boss. There is a 60-minute time limit to complete the activity, so tune into Facebook or MSU Life's Instagram for more information. And MSU continues to follow the CDC guidelines in the North Dakota Smart Restart Plan. Are you guys going to the escape room tonight?
You know, I don't think I will be. We did an escape room as a football team in the spring, and it did not go well for me, so I'm gonna avoid that embarrassment.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll be going either. Just got a lot of homework tonight, but hopefully in the future I may be able to see some success with that.
Yes, after this next break for Underwriters, we are going to have Roxanne with the weather, as well as I will be interviewing Allison McAfee about the upcoming auction. But for now, we'd like to thank our sponsors with our Underwriters.
Thank you to all of our underwriters. Trinity Health is a comprehensive healthcare system based in Minot, North Dakota.
Fiance, with all your prom and bridal needs, located in downtown Minot.
KCJB 910 AM, Minot's news and information station.
Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, sports.
KIZZ FM Z94, playing today's hit music.
Mix 99.9, Minot's music mix.
SRT, offering a number of services including phone, TV, internet, and security.
KRRZ, 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KZPR 105.3 FM, Minot's rock station.
East End, where the poor is worth so much more, located in downtown Minot.
Qdoba, easy, on time, full of flavor.
Nice Impressions, no job is too big or too small, located in downtown Minot.
MSU Beavers Hockey, online info at msubeavers.com.
Forward Communication, connecting professionals in the Midwest.
El Azteca, authentic Mexican food on North Broadway near the airport.
MSU Theater Department, year-round entertainment.
Red and Green, MSU's student-run newspaper.
MSU Bookstore, for all your campus needs.
Minot Nutrition Addiction, offering healthy smoothies and meal replacements on the go.
H-Bar-B Construction, for all your oil field needs.
Bear's Cat Donuts, located on Broadway across from Minot State campus.
A big thanks to our underwriters who are providing support for the MSU Broadcasting Department. We can't thank them enough. Moving on to weather. Roxanne, getting a little more cold out there. What do you have for us?
We are finally getting into the cooler fall weathers today. Currently in Minot, it is 45 degrees, partly sunny skies out there. The high is 46 today and the low is 26. Moving on to our state temperatures today. In the western side, we have Williston at 44. And the coolest temperature today is Dickinson at 39. Bismarck is at 43, and on the eastern side we have Grand Forks at 44 and Fargo at 47. Moving on to our 7-day forecast, we have Friday, the high being 45 and cloudy and the low being 37. Watch out for Saturday, while we finally might see snowfall. The high on that day is 30 and the low is 16. Look out for Wednesday as well, as we might see snow that day too. We have 39 for that high and 25 for that low. If you're looking for something fun to do this weekend, the Minot Minotauros will be playing Friday and Saturday. It is finally good hockey weather. The Minot Minotauros will be playing the Minnesota Wilderness at the Pepsi rink. The puck will drop at 7:35. The hometown weather spotlight today is Troy. He is our sports anchor here, and he is from High River, Alberta. Currently in his hometown, it is 41 degrees and sunny. The high is 43 and the low is at 28. Cole, will we be seeing you at the Minotauros game?
Yes, I will be. It's Saturday and for probably part of Friday too, getting some more content for my podcast and hoping also to work in the media booth over there. Well, we got something special for you guys, as Layn Sarsten, one of our recent graduates here in the broadcasting department, we were lucky enough to have him join the show today. And Layn, you've been helping out in the control room with Lee Johnson gone now. just tell, what's life like for you right now, and how good does it feel to be back?
Oh, well, outside of this, like this is great. It's always fun to come on back and help out and help to fill a hole, you know. Neil messaged me last night. He was like, hey, Lee's in quarantine, so we need somebody to help run the tech side of stuff. So hopefully I've risen enough to the challenge here. I mean, so far it seems the show's going pretty smoothly, but outside of that, I mean, it's kind of a tough world out there finding jobs right now. COVID's making it a little tough for the new college graduate.
Yeah, and I was just going to talk to you about the job market. What were you kind of looking for right now as you're kind of in that stage of your life right now?
Actually, like a little bit of like what I did here today for you guys is like live production, helping make sure like shows run off without a hitch, helping build shows, help build scripts for commercials, that kind of stuff. I've got a little bit of experience with it so far, and luckily Neil, you guys know, the head of the broadcasting department here, I've gotten to cut my teeth a little bit with him over the summer, so we're working towards it.
Yeah, and this stuff is right up your alley. And what would you say is kind of your biggest strength in broadcasting right now?
Oh, my biggest strength. Oh, geez. It's probably the ability to make things work when things go wrong. We've seen a little bit of that tonight, but hopefully behind the scenes nobody noticed anything. Or actually on camera, nobody noticed anything. But it's I don't know, rolling with the punches.
Just rolling with the punches, like you said, and I've seen you working at Marketplace currently right now. Just kind of still making some money, you know,
absolutely,
without a career job yet. Tell us what's that like, and what can you take away from that that you might be able to use in a future job?
Yeah, well, firstly, I was very fortunate to still have my job when COVID hit. When you're working at a grocery store, you're not really thinking of it as a place you want to be, but or where you want to end up, but it turned out to be pretty fortunate for me that I was still able to pay my bills. It wasn't really a problem for me. We actually got a little extra money thrown our way because people are like, oh, you know, these people doing these type of jobs maybe deserve a little bit more. But then to like apply that to my professional career field, I don't know, is that how we want to put that? But it's really just learning to deal with all kinds of people. Like while working there, like I get very happy people that are just a joy, quick in and out, and then you get some very upset people that want to pick a fight with you, or very opinionated people that want things their way. And then when you're like working on a project with an individual, you gotta like manage those egos, you gotta manage those personalities. Ultimately, you have to be able to say, you know, hey, I can't do everything in this video because I don't think it'll be a good product if I try to put everything you want in it.
Yeah, like you said, nothing's perfect, and you're not going to hit on everyone specifically, but I hear you also had another job. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Was that,
another one I've been doing, I started recently with COVID kind of loosening, although we might be seeing it tighten back up again. I bartend a little bit now, and that's, again, working with those personalities, but this one is a way for me to kind of get that creative outlet out, you know, because that's one of the reasons I like making live production. I like making videos for people is because it's fun, it's creative, but it's really hard to find a job for that right now. Mm-hmm. So instead of doing some bartending where I get to put some care into what I'm making for somebody, of course we are keeping everything very clean, very as socially responsible as we possibly can. But we also, you know, we want to try to keep the business afloat. But
before we head off here, was there ever a time where you considered like, I think I would fit good here, or I would like this job? Was there a time where you thought of it that way?
I mean, I've had people mention it to me before. Like a lot of people say, hey, you might be good at this, you might be good at doing that. And you kind of take those opinions with you a little bit because it means like they might be highlighting some of your strengths. But I don't know, still trying to looking for like what I want to do. Mm-hmm.
And just tell us, well, Layn, thank you. I was going to ask you, you know, you were here for Minot State. You've been a great help for us here in the department with Lee gone, and we just thank you for making the time today.
Thank you.
That was Layn Sarsten, a broadcasting major, a graduate, and thank you, Layn. And when we come back, we will have Troy with sports, and Phil is going to be talking to one of our own broadcasting professors about an important event. Keep it on here, folks.
Coming to Minot State this past spring, this will be her first year helping out with the KMSU Auction. Joining me now is Broadcasting Department Professor Allison McAfee. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
As I mentioned, this will be your first year helping out with the auction class. Can you tell us a little bit about how that experience has been for you so far?
Sure, yeah, I'm really excited to be a part of this class. It's the 354 class. It's the introductory special events class, and we work very closely with the advanced COM 454 class this year to promote, produce, and host the broadcasting department's KMSU auction each year. And I'll tell you, it's, having spent time in the corporate communications environment, it's just really exciting to see how much students can learn by participating in this class. They're really able to walk away with so many great life skills.
As you mentioned, the students can walk away with many great life skills. Can you give people who aren't aware how much these students get to participate and run the auction?
Sure, yeah. This is actually the 22nd annual auction. That's amazing. And it's been entirely student run since it started. So what that means is they're able to go out into the community and build relationships, working to see which businesses might want to donate items for the auction, but also promoting the auction itself. So that means writing, editing, graphic design, working to get out into the community and promote the auction at special events, making public appearances. And then on the production side of the house, producing the TV and radio PSAs, and really impressively, the night of the auction. I mean, this is an all hands on deck, hours on end, where all the students they're behind the cameras and they're also serving as talent. So it's just an incredible opportunity.
It really is a big event here on campus. Can you give us an update on where the class is so far in the auction?
Sure. So an important note, too, for those of you who know that the auction has been watching the auction for years in the past, we're going to be moving the auction up this year. So it's going to be held on Thursday, November 19th. And so we're already well underway. We've been reaching out to businesses to get those donations. There's been so many generous donations that have already been given. And from there, we're going to be putting those into packages. And the night of the auction, it's going to be like a home shopping network with an eBay twist. So talent will have those packages together and be promoting them throughout the night. And when your package comes up, if you want to bid on it, you make that phone call and the highest bidder wins.
That sounds super exciting and pretty QVC type experience. What kind of items can those tuning into the auction expect to see?
So multiple opportunities. The generous donations from businesses range from gift cards and gift certificates. Also, there's been some cash donations to help support sponsorships of the program itself. I know that Minot Automotive has been already donating some gifts. We've got some golf clubs and other packages available. So it's going to range a variety of different things that'll be up on our website soon if people want to start shopping to see what packages they're interested in bidding on.
And where does all of this funding go towards?
So proceeds for the event, actually for the fundraiser, are chosen by the class. So this year the class has elected to give some of the proceeds to frontline workers, healthcare workers fighting the COVID-19 pandemic. And the proceeds also go towards student activities for the broadcasting class.
Again, that is Allison McAfee, our broadcasting professor here at Minot State. If you're interested in the auction, make sure to check it out again on November 19th at 6:30 p.m. Now it'll be time for Troy's picks over at sports. Troy, you're not doing too well so far. You're 5-4, just over 500. How are your picks looking today?
Well, 5-4 is pretty good if you compare it to my 0-5 fantasy record. So, we're going to jump right into it with Troy's picks in the NFL. So starting off, we went 1-2 last week. We're now sitting at 5-4. Like Phil said, we lost when the Buccaneers and Tom Brady